What's up, fellow lords of gaming, and welcome back to the channel. We're jumping in this morning with some more Marvel Future Fight content, looking at the new update for T4 God Emperor Doom and Victorious, and giving you guys some first impressions. So let's jump right on in. So here we are with Tier 4 God Emperor Doom. To say that I've been more impressed with uniforms previous would be an understatement. Like, this uniform doesn't quite hit where I thought it would hit when they finally introduced this uniform. I'm just gonna be God honest, truthful in that. For instance, the uniform feels like it was hastily or lazily rushed, starting with the gloves. Like, I get the white on, the white on white ensemble, the metallic looking white, but yeah, they just really missed the boat for me on this uniform. It just doesn't scream God Emperor Doom. I mean, even something down to where you look at his thighs and the difference in detail and texture on his thighs versus, some of the other pieces. It kind of extends to maybe his arms and even his ab rib section and stuff like that. Like, I don't know, something about the uniform just not hitting for me. His loincloth, type, I don't know what it is. It just is not invoking that specialness of God Emperor Doom for me. I mean, there are pieces in his uniform that is just it is definitely accurate uniform brought to life. It's just, it ain't hitting for me. It's just not, is really not hitting for me. And I really feel sad about that. But let's get into his skills and take a look at those. You can see I already played through World Boss with him, and we've gotten a meager 23.8. So it's going to take some time to give you guys a real in-depth impression on his skills. But let's take a look at what his skills look like and the changes on him. I feel like I should remind you guys of what his skills previously looked like, but I'm going to give you one skill that I did notice that I was pretty dumbstruck about. So it's not that we haven't seen it before. It's just, I'm dumbstruck about it. So first skill, not a whole lot to write home about. And then we roll into his second skill, and his second skill, remember, is supposed to be the counterattack skill. So you're going to have the AI on, so that way you can respond to that, and then we can look at what it is. So this is the full skill, but it's a counterattack skill. So hopefully he utilizes in PvP, but I don't really feel pressed that a lot of people are going to be utilizing this skill. So you can see there without it triggering what it looks like as well. Let me turn off school. So there we go. So here we are, 2 skill, and then there you have it. Yeah, okay, like I said, I can see why this is a 2 skill necessarily. Not a whole lot necessarily that you're going to write home about on that skill. His third skill is, I don't know what he's doing. All I can think of is like Krillin and Gohan mixed up, because it looks like he's about to summon, the spirit bomb, but then it also looks like he's summoning the spirit disc, the Destructo disc. You guys remember those? So I don't know, like something Krillin Gohan mix is happening here that it just feels anticlimactic, I guess is the best way that I can say it. It just feels anticlimactic, that's all. His fourth skill, he basically summons like black holes or mini black holes, and then he jumps through them. It's kind of hard to see what's happening really, because it happens so quickly, which is understandable given that this is a immediate skippable skill. A good majority of his rotation is going to be immediate skippable. And then we get his fifth skill, and this is where I really have the problem. So the fifth skill right here, he basically summons this, and if you go back to his 3099 uniform, it's the same thing. It's his fourth skill. They basically reutilize his fourth skill for his fifth skill. And then we all remember the tier 3 animation inside of here. It looks cooler, I guess, with some different colors, but yeah, it's essentially tier 3. And then his tier 4, you can see what that looks like inside of here. So we can go over here, we can look at the practice combo. He has a very easy setup. It's a delay cancel on 5. You got to wait till he goes in the air, then 4, and then 3. Immediate cancel right out of those. So Really nice, really simple, really easy. He's got some really good damage on it as well. His 2 is just going to be when the 6 skill is up, 5, 4, 3, 6, but it's still just a delay cancel, and then 4, 3, and then 6. I failed it because I'm using mouse and keyboard right now, guys. I apologize. So, and it's early in the morning because I know I can rifle this off on my phone. So 5, 4, 3, and then 6. I don't know why I'm failing this now. Didn't fail it one time before. 5. I'm sorry, guys. It's a very simple combo. It's really me right now trying to get my morning fingers going on a mouse and keyboard. There you go. Gotta actually pay attention. And then finally his when the tier 4 is up, it's 7, 5, 4, 3, 7, 5, delay cancel 4, 3, and then 6. Really simple combo, really easy. I wanted to show you guys the change for the, excuse me, not that, the uniform, so you can see the difference in that one as well. So what I was talking about, so looking at his mythic uniform, and if you were to look at the skills on this uniform, you're basically looking at his 4 skill here, and you're noticing that it's the same as his 5th skill, essentially. What I'm weird, like it's a weird slight change of animation, and just kind of makes me unhappy to see that, just because I'm like, is that really what we needed to have happen with a uniform that's been so long anticipated, so long in the wait? We got Doc Ock as the first uniform, which isn't bad at all. I'm hoping to God that they don't fuck up his uniform options, just because it's going to take me a while to get this up, but I'll give you guys a more in-depth video later on. I want to say I was blown away by God Emperor Doom, but if I'm being perfectly honest, first impression, I'm not blown away. I expect him to be good because his kit looks like he's tailor-made, ready to be a PvE, PvP go-between, but it kind of like screams at me because I'm just like, I really want to see them bring in the ability for us to PvP and PvE a element where we can switch out, you know, custom gears to suit, because right now I have a CTP, brilliant CTP of authority on him. It'll probably stay on him, but yeah, I don't know if that'll get him through basically. I'll probably need to change that brilliant CTP anyways, to be honest with you. I realize like that's just a whole lot for no reason, so we'll have to see like what it is. If you look at the top tier for what he's basically rocking, it's still going to be a brilliant, but I don't know, I feel like there's a different one to be used for that, but most people probably going to use him there. Last up, we get the character Victorious, and I've already seen the early impressions about this character, so it is what it is. So we get a similar uniform for her. It looks very akin to God Emperor's Doom. Might as well be God Emperor, you know, Guard. I don't know, which goes highly against what the preview was for her, because it was like she's looking ready to take back Latveria. She was used as a pawn to lure Galactus, so that way Doom could steal Galactus's cosmic powers and basically become God Emperor Doom, and then he, you know, goes on his journey. I think they did a better job on Victorious's uniform than they did Doom's. So there are more stylized features in between the areas where it looks like they simply just lazed about. She very looks similar to like when they designed Icon. There seems to be more attention to the detail in terms of like her whole wardrobe design and some of the aesthetics and things like that. To me, her uniform looks really good. Unfortunately, I think that's where most people are going to say like, yeah, that's where it kind of ends for the character. I'm still going to purchase the uniform. Unfortunately, I don't know why I'm purchasing the uniform. Like, you're going to be like, this is my problem with Marvel Future Fight. They are so behind. It's like they're not playing their own game. The places where I would want to utilize Victorious, because she's going to complement Doom and her allies most, are going to be areas that are overtaken with T4s. So whether I'm playing Black Swan, or whether I'm playing Otherworld Battle, or whether I'm playing Timeline Battle, to be introducing T3s at this point when T4s are dominating the landscape, I'm not going to have use for this character. She's a tier 3. So to even look at these things anymore is like you are introducing characters that just don't have a state of relevance unless they are truly meta. And from what I've seen from early impressions, she's not meta at all. So you'll be playing without this character, tier 3 anyways. So let's take a look anyways. So first skill, she does have 5 skills now. Nothing necessarily bad to write home about. It looks like they gave her the gore treatment on her black and white skills there. Third skill, she summons a Latverian flag. That's a pretty good looking skill in terms of like all of the pikes raining down. Gives me some Vlad the Impaler type feelings there. Fourth skill, you know, it's a thing, I guess. It's just not my thing. And then we get her 5th skill. It's just very reminiscent of Icon, I guess. And then we get her 6th skill for her tier 3. We got to see this one. It wasn't necessarily a whole lot to write home, but I did forget to put the skill effects on. Not that anybody plays with the skill effects, but it's one of the things that like kind of irks me too about Marvel Future Fight is that they put so much work into those skill effects, and then because of the cancel animations and things like that, we never really get to see those because nobody's playing with those skill animations on. Not if you're going for efficiency anyway. So let's take a look at her combo rotation inside here. So 3, 4, and then 5 inside here. 3, delay cancel, 4, and then delay cancel into 5. Quite a long delay cancel there too. That was at least 2-3 seconds. So let's reset that combination inside there. So 3, you can see she basically slams down. You can hit with 4. When she summons about the 3rd flag pike, that's when you can finally cancel out of 4. And then when her tier 3 is up, it's going to be basically the same thing. 3, delay cancel, 4, wait for about the 3rd pike to fall, and then 6 immediately into that one. Decent enough damage, but you see those numbers over there, it's not like the hugest thing to write home about. Like this does not seem like the character that is gonna to be meta, to break any kind of landscapes on here at all. When was the last time you saw a character do a full tier 3 rotation and only get off 64 hits? When was the last? What the hell? Okay, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna just give you my first impressions and end the video there. This entire June update has been utterly disappointing for me and trash. Hopefully Dune will just be amazing powered, but realistically, between the Fantastic Four, between Doom, I don't feel like the work was put in to wow us at all. And I'm not making excuses for Marvel Future Fight. I've been playing this game for so many years, but this update has sadly, truly made me just want to say, I just need to take a break. I'll take a break. I don't know what it is, but it just didn't hit right well for me. Right now, my first impressions are the update just didn't land well with me. I'm not enthralled by God Emperor Doom's uniform. I truly expect it to be. We'll have to see where his power levels are. I can tell you that I played him with tier 3 on some of the world bosses, and he did perform pretty well at tier 3, level 70. In terms of like just your baseline level 2s and stuff like that. I don't know about getting all the way to the tops, so I'm expecting him to be very good. But like in terms of uniform design, in terms of the skills and the impact, the way they look on animations and stuff, ultimately I wasn't really impressed. The fact that we waited for another uniform for this character for so long, and they basically reutilized an asset from his tier 4, from his from his 4th skill from his other one, didn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I could see if it was a 1 or 2 skill, but to switch the 4 and the 5 up, I was like, I don't know, like. And it didn't hit. It just didn't hit. This uniform does, like, it doesn't hit for me for some reason the way I thought it would. And then Victorious doesn't look like she's going to be much of an impact whatsoever. It looks like she's in there just for the support. And like I said, at this point, you're looking for Black Swan, you're looking for Otherworld Battle, you're looking for Timeline Battle, and you're looking for tier 4s, because the landscape of tier 4s has changed and there's so many of them now. And having an additional, you know, 2 universal tier 4s. That's the problem. Like, I'll do a more in-depth video about them competing and stuff like that, but I was hoping for more. But much like the rest of the Fantastic Four update, this one just kind of fails. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Until next time, please like and subscribe. Peace.